Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay that can only really be defined as a high roll. Getting a hold of an early Nosy Looter, leveling to the moon, and just, fingers crossed, praying that gives us direction. And when the game delivers, it delivers. A free golden Dark Gaze Elder. Oh my god. How many stats can you litter on the board? Play toward whatever you want. Tons of Quillbore, Agam Charlie stuff, Agamagan, whatever you want. Just dump the stats on the board, and the game just does not know how to handle this kind of stuff because every instance of blood gems counts as their own buff. Every instance of, say for example, Agam buff counts as its instance of an own buff. And once you get too many buffs on the board, the game breaks. You can't even watch combat because combat just disconnects and reconnects you to the game. At a certain point, can you call a comp broken if it literally breaks the game? It's just a silly bug. At that point, the game's over. You're already too big to be beaten, but it's funny to see happen. All right, enjoy. Like, what's the upside of getting rid of this? Nothing? Seems like nothing to me. So we can easily argue hero powering 3 gold for later. Good morning, never know me. Hashtag never know me. Yeah, I see your upside. Just saying, like, meh. Upside's there. Downside's too high. Naturally. If only Bird Buddy wasn't destroying us every game. Then again, we're 4 on turn 6, Maiev. This is the weak turn, right? And we still aren't that bad there. I hate this game. It's the same as last game. No. No. Dude, we're on Tavern 5. Where are my good cards? Nosy Looter again. Coiler is reasonable because there's a reborn. Why not reborn Coiler? Because it's not very strong. Just tempo. Reborn Coiler, reborn Coiler. Yeah, I see you guys. Just not the direction. All it is tempo. You're basically making an argument that a card that gives you the ability to win the next 2 rounds doesn't give you direction in any way is worthwhile here. And we're starting to enter our good turns. Obviously, Daryl is not something you typically try to beat, being Tavern 3 Daryl. But we need to play to an out We need to find a direction. It's not a Diablo lobby. This isn't a tempo game. If Diablo was in, we'd reborn the Coiler in every day of the week. No doubt about it. But it's not a Diablo lobby. Let's just kill the one on the left. Thank you. May allow you to level to 6 and search from there? I mean, we can still do that. We're just risking a little more health in the process. We're still going to the moon. It's just a question of, do you want a Coiler on the board, or do we want to generate potential 6 stars at the health total that we're at? Mad Lad? This isn't that aggressive of a curve. We have extra gold in the form of Nosy Looter with a bootlegger. We're not going to hard roll on 5 for like 1 card. The difference is just Reborn Coiler versus Nosy Looter for 2 turns and then a triple into a 6 and a golden card. Damn. Not that concerned. Don't like that hit though. That one's good. Alright. Don't love him hero powering a Baron on a spawn board. We got lucky though. Wiggle? Alright, cool. Cool. That's certainly a card. Yep. Don't mind me. It's cool. Everything's gonna be alright. Almost like the pirate. I like the manted. Let's get some... Yeah, you're really, really good. We can cycle stats through. I'm a little concerned about Shudderwalk. Surviving has to be a little bit of a priority here. Take 1, roll 1, put this down at the end. I see you. You're certainly interesting. Bit early for Manted? No. Definitely no. Not when you have all of the scaling in the world. Don't get yourself killed to a person taking 4 triples in the mid game. The upside of holding it is that we can use it later, but there's no later if we die. It's a Shudderwalk with 4 triples in the 5. Like, this is terrifying. Suddenly stats, indeed. Now we're gonna greed. Now we're gonna greed further. No mech, so like, Amalgam isn't necessary. Don't need to play toward any of these. We could play a Brann. We could play Blood Gems. We can play anything that's efficient gold-wise. And let's just put a shield on the board. Nosy's just kind of awkward right now. But it gives us another triple next turn, potentially. None of these things are even remotely good. Okay, we're gonna need that in the long run. There's an amusing amount of stats here for the amalgam. We're just gonna chill. Three Quillbore, no mech, on 5, Daryl with that board before. No need to bump. We're in. Oh, what's up, sweet little goat? Yeah, the Mantid's purpose in that last board was it's 3 gold to buy it and put it on the board, plus 1 gold the next turn to ensure that we don't die to Shudderwalk on Shudderwalk Spike turn. Everything else about it, wouldn't buy it if it was like, oh, we're fighting Daryl that turn. Would I like another Mantid for the final board of the game? Absolutely. But let's not get ourselves killed in a position where we are the favored person in the lobby from this point forward. We have 1 billion stats and we have no Murlocs in this lobby. Golden Genie. Why not? It's cute, but it's not enough. Just keep cycling this shit through. Put it back in the pool. Taunt is interesting. A little bit. Not really. These guys, a little bit reason to take a zap. Very small upside though. And I don't think we cycle 3 through. So the question is just, do you hero power something or not? For 3 turns from now? We can hero power 1 thing, remember? There's really no downside to it. If you hero power more, then we're gonna have a problem. And we just scale a little bit more. Just a little more. Double Nomi? Why not buff a dragon? What are you selling off the board? Like, what's your argument? You gotta have a cycle spot in this comp. So, you're arguing that you want to sell what to buff a dragon? Nosy Looter? That's about the only arguable spot. That a stat stick versus a Divine Shield stat stick could be decent. But you lose a lot of power there. Double Nomi. We should just Nomi, dude. This guy was what we said, the example of where Zap would be good. But I feel like we're big enough at this stage on turn 11 that we shouldn't be picking up tech cards and dropping them on the board. Our board is huge. Absolutely enormous. We got super lucky generating a golden 6-star. That gave us direction. But this is kind of the trade-off when you're talking about Nosy versus Coiler in the middle of the game. Is that one of them has the ability to still both level to 6. One of them has the potential to give you direction, the other one is just tempo. Leave it alone. I don't want to buff it. Meh. Man, I don't want this garbage. A 6/6 buff. This shit is bananas. Ghoul at any point? Could be needed against the dragon board? Maybe? Banking a ghoul. I'm not going to commit it early. But yeah, we probably should keep it. Do you want Amalgam on the board for a turn? Do you just want to use the Necrolite? We have a lot of blood gems we can put on something. Something that's actually a decent minion. We can make a big Cyclone. And then we could rotate again next time. I mean, for right now, I'm making big stats. I'm not committing that. I should just play that to the board. It's an extra tribe. What am I saying? Not like it's irrelevant. We're just either not playing this to the board or playing it just to have 7 minions against the Ghost. Probably shouldn't even play it. Just play 6. The triple just doesn't matter, though. Like, I don't really care about this. The only reason we have it in our hand is that we got it off of the Reef Explorer. But what 6-star do I take? There's no cleave on 6. We'd take another Dark Gaze just in case we got double golding Dark Gaze. You missed a 2-2 on a dragon from an Agam. Not sure if it's a big deal. No idea. Absolutely not sure where that occurred. Double Necrolite and we can definitely do this. Should have sold this first. Cost myself a buff. Yeah, no fear against this. Bristleback Knight's pretty good too. But the first Necrolite? Oh, where were you all game? The first Necrolite builds a big Cyclone, and the second Necrolite takes the stats off the little Quillbores and makes a big Cave Hydra. It's just not a lot of reason to do it yet. The game's too short for this to be a feasible line. Selfless is good. Argus is interesting. It's not like I'm selling out of Agam. Not until like we get to the final board. Doesn't mean I don't do it. I don't just take the stats and live with it. Should play this. Oh, actually, no, I'm playing Charlie. What am I saying? This is just Charlie on board. Nosy's just a casual 80-80 chilling here. All of this is fine to take. Like, Argus is decent in this position, but I don't really want to Argus anything against the dragon board. I'm just going to play a ghoul in last position. Make him play around Nadina. I lead with Wind Fury, and he has to play around Nadina going into ghoul. Now, we could keep an Argus in hand, and then we could play the ghoul, and then we could rotate the Argus in, and then play a different ghoul or whatever to change up the composition of the board. But really, this is the only person we're trying to address. We just gotta know what this board state is. Nope. 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 These seem terrible too. 2 and 5. Guess I should just do this right now. Take the extra stat. We might want the Baron. It's gonna be really hard to consolidate this many stats down to get to a place where we'd actually want this Baron on the board. honestly. I think it's just throwing to do it, actually. What zap? Alright, so we're never getting this Hydra. It's never gonna happen. We can take the zap. We could rotate one minion through for the extra blood gem. Nah. Just nah. Not till we know for a fact what he's doing. Our board's huge. Big numbers. As long as we don't let him get absurd Nadina value, then I think we get there. Could be Mantids. Mantids beats us. Boo. Boo. He's about, you know, 300 health or damage off the board being competitive, but you know, Mantids can beat us. Stats wise, no problem. Just gotta play around the poison. Three turns? Eh, not 3 turns, most likely. That's not his board state. Why aren't you updating? I mean, stats mean jack shit, but what does at this point? It's not like I'm selling the other things off this board. We could sell Agam potentially and take the stats off of the net with Necrolite. Oh, another out, a Dark Gaze. Nice. Maybe we can get double golden Dark Gaze. Whatever. I'm not selling the minion. Unless I want to zap here for some reason. Selfless and Leroy are debatably good instead of playing Agam here. So we never zap. I'm not going to freeze for this board. We're just going to lead here. Oh my god! Just live till next turn. We can have double Golden Elder. Is it ever a giant Leroy? I'm not sure there's a lot we do to. Oh, I lied. We made the board too big, so therefore the game ends. Hooray. We're so big that the game ended. It's been a crash since Naga patch. If you put too many buffs on the board, the game will just disconnect the fight. Sag indeed. Can you say hi to YouTube from Rob? Yo, Rob said hi, YouTube. And that was the high roll version of taking Nosy Looter. Hooray! Make up for our abysmal start to a day. It's a feature, not a bug. It's a mercy kill. Unfortunately, our interface will bug out.